Have you ever done something in your life and then you reflect back on it later and realize that it may be something that you were born to do? Yeah, I think I just did that. This is an interview, what you're about to see, with Bill Farmer, longtime loved manager at Fort Boonesboro. I don't know that anybody's interviewed him on camera, but you're going to see a little bit different interview style. Because of Bill's hearing loss, I wrote down the questions on a notepad you're going to see, and because of some medical issues, his voice is quite strained, and you have to really listen good. But I always enjoy my time with Bill. I hope you do too. Hope you enjoy the videos.
Favorite thing to make in the fall. I almost want to say one of those candle holders with the spiral. Lord only knows how many. Yep. That should have been beeswax candle.
Still works.
First, like so many other things, so many projects in blacksmithing, you know what you want to make, you know what you want it to do. So you start in and you find out how to do this, how to make this. That needs to be spread made a little wider than a half inch. And that makes a good thumb holder. And if you got your other fingers back here, it's not going to slip and slide out of your hand. But at first, all these pins I attempted to do over the corner, but you can only go about that far. And well, I'll cut that off, and then we'll find somewhere. So I said this calls for a bit more tooling to get the job done. So I took a bar, a half inch, well, not a half inch, a bar that would just slide in there. And I made two clips. And made them tight enough that you could take them and hammer them over that bar. They stay right there. And then you take that with the two clips, or so it's like this, and you clamp it in the vise. Then You have that first clip set back just so far in between the jaws. At the end, or the end of this one half by 1/8 inch by half, damn it. Stand it up in there and then bend it around with enough of an angle so when it comes back around down here to this jaw, it's not going to hit it. It's going to bypass it. And you crank it and you move this as necessary. You wind it. And it does wonderful things for your upper body. I was a little bit surprised to find out that you could do that by hand, cold. Rap, 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 rap. With enough metal left on down here, you run it out straight, do that little round dizzy on the end, and then you put this in there this way, and you get that, and you bend it by hand. You pull it by hand. As Mr. Moxon might say, handiwork.
Yeah.
Oh, these are this little, because I don't even remember. Oh, there's a short wooden plug down, and it has a point on it.
Kind of like a nail. But your advice to history sites like Fort Moonsboro, if you don't have one, you need to have a friends group. To help with events at the fort or your site, whatever it might be. When I had been to Prickett's Fort several times before I went to the fort. And I hadn't been at the fort too long. And every time I'd say, we need to do this. No, we can't afford to do that. You know, no, we need to have this. No, maybe next year or oh, this year. So, no, I won't remember the guy's name at Fort Prickett's Fort. Greg. Greg.
No, before him. When Greg came to the fort to Fredericksburg to be a blacksmith there, he said to me, he said, I don't know how this is gonna work. And I just don't know. He said, all I've ever done is make knives, something like that. And I said, yeah, you forged them? Yeah. Okay. So you know how to forge? Start a fire, pump the bellows. Yeah, but I just don't know if I can do it. I said, Greg, I think you'll probably be able to do it. And all you have to do is try. Turns out, I guess he did a pretty good job.
Fantastic job. You did a fantastic job. Still is.
Anyway, the guy who was the manager or whatever, I called him up because their schedule, they were having, I mean, all of it wasn't 18th century. They had a music thing and anyway, something going on. Boom, boom, boom. Called him up. Great. And I said, how in the world do you find enough money to put on all these programs and events? And he said, do you have a friend group or foundation? No. And he said, that's the first thing you're going to have to do. You will never see enough funding for what you want to do, what you're looking at trying to do. You'll never get enough money directly from the state to do it. And of course, he was right. And he said, I'll tell you what. He said, you name the day next week, and I'll come down and we'll sit down and talk about it. And I'll tell you how we've done it. And he did. He drove all the way down from Fredericksburg, went in a break room there, and so we were in there, I guess, almost 3 hours. Better part of the day. He laid it all out and drove back to Fredericksburg. I thought that was pretty amazing. But he really wanted Boonesboro to be more of what it should be.